Chinese ships are swarming our waters. Our fishermen are being intimidated. Our national sovereignty is under threat. But amid all this chaos, Vice President Sara Duterte stays silent. She offers no comfort, only a deafening silence. An empty microphone, an empty seat. The sea rages on. But here, it's quiet, only on Janine. The judge will break down this deafening silence from Sara Duterte. This is Janine Jewer. The West Philippine Sea is no longer just a name on the map. It's the battlefield for our sovereignty. The world leaders speak out loudly, fearlessly for their people. But here in our beloved country, there's one voice that has chosen to stay silent. It's deafening. A voice from the very leader, who should be our first line of defense. Vice President Sara Duterte. Reports keep coming in. Chinese Coast Guard vessels are deliberately ramming our supply boats. They're using high-powered water cannons, destroying our fishermen's boats, putting lives at risk. This is a direct attack on our sovereignty. While other officials speak out, the Vice President's microphone remains empty. On the front lines, Filipino Navy personnel stand guard day and night, protecting the borders in the West Philippine Sea. They patrol and secure strategic points like Sandy Cay, even if it means risking their lives. Yet, ironically, Sara Duterte did not show up for press briefings, even as China grew more aggressive in Sandy Cay. House Representative Paulo Ortega questioned whether this silence is neutrality or evasion. This is the heart of our question. Sara Duterte, a public figure known for her blunt, even aggressive remarks, especially on domestic issues. She's been very vocal about education and fiery local politics. But in the face of the biggest crisis threatening our nation, the crisis in the West Philippine Sea, she chooses to stay quiet. She says, "It's not my role to speak about that." Wow! Is that the answer we can accept from a vice president? Critics argue a leader cannot hide behind bureaucracy when the nation's sovereignty is at stake. Jay Kong-hun, a congressman from Zambales, said Sara Duterte's lack of resolve actually weakens the Philippines' position on the global stage. This contrast is glaring. This isn't just ordinary silence, this is silence that roars. What's keeping her so cautious in this critical moment? Is her silence on China and the West Philippine Sea actually a calculated survival strategy amid the looming impeachment? The allegations against Sara Duterte go beyond politics. There are claims of misusing P125 million in confidential funds, sparking talk of impeachment. Sara Duterte dismissed the accusations as scrap of paper. And so far, there's been no formal House proceedings, but the rumors won't stop. At a time when people near her voice the most, she chooses silence. Silence in the face of threats feels like abandonment. Amid geopolitical storms and the secret fund scandal, the public's question grows louder. Is Sara Duterte's silence a survival tactic, not diplomacy? Then comes the next question. Could it be true that she's pro-China, staying silent in the name of neutrality and claiming it's not her role? Does that just let China take over and bully our country? Staying silent wants to protect two things, her career and China's interest. For our fishermen, her silence feels like betrayal.
Matagal na nila yan na narrative na pro-China ako. I'm not pro any country at all.
I'm not pro-China. I'm not pro any country at all. But members of Congress aren't convinced. They point out that she has never clearly called China a threat. Francisco Paulo Ortega stressed, Sara Duterte's silence isn't neutrality. It's failed leadership. When our country is being intimidated, people don't want bureaucratic excuses. They want a leader who's brave enough to speak out. And as public scrutiny grows sharper, Sara Duterte flies to Australia, not on official state business, but to meet her supporters. Amid maritime threats and political turmoil, she chooses distance. Impeachment talk is in the air. The P125 million secret fund issue is still echoing, and she keeps calling it scrap of paper. But the public wonders, is Sara Duterte's silence on the West Philippine Sea really neutrality, or a strategy to survive when her position is threatened by political rumors? What do you think of a leader who stays silent when our sovereignty is under attack? Is it a smart strategy or plain avoidance? If she stays silent, the people must speak up. Use your voice and drop your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more truths to come. Because here on Janine the Judge, The truth can't be hidden and people deserve to know.